What's up, y'all? Welcome to the guide. I've got 6 tips. The 6th tip is going to be like a mindset tip, whereas like the 5 are basically going to be mechanical tips. So let's just get straight into it. Recording this one take. I'm sick. Sorry I sound nasally. The first tip I want to give y'all is how to do how to do semi-charged hits and how to use them. So semi-charged hits are these, if you've seen them before. Like it's a little big attack, but you can still combo after it, right? You can do it mid combo. I messed up right there. As you can see, very good for combo. It's good for skipping a trash move. So for example, this move is trash. If I wanted to skip that move and use a different type of extender, I would do that instead. The properties of these moves right here is, of course, if you semi-charge it, they stand in place. You cannot hit the same semi-charge move twice or they get that like hard knockdown situation. As you see, you can use it to your benefit. What else is the properties? Oh, there's 3 types of charged hits technically, so you have to practice this. If you hold it too long, like halfway too long, let me try to get it. 3. If I don't get it fast, I'll just fucking edit it. There we go. So that's what that second one looks like. And the third one is obviously going to be this. So if you hold it too long, nigga, they're going to go like that. So definitely practice the timing of it. A good way to practice this that I like doing is just trying to hit every single one, which you can go left, up, right, down, or neutral. If you do not know what neutral is, it is basically not moving your stick at all. So boom, boom, hold on, boom. You'll get the practice. I'll try one more time. If not, we're gonna go into some of the implications. There you go. So I hit 5 of them in a row. You want to practice it also like in combos, like right here. This is going to be the next part of tip 1. So basically what this is really good for also, of course, let's say you have a trash move like key cannon or the key barrier. Of course, you can just do that. Just skip over it. I messed up right there, but you get the point. The other thing is for resetting combos. So to use it to reset a combo is very good, like off the sweep. It's a good initiator. If you do it too much though, they can vanish it. So look, just do that. Mix it up a little bit. Sweep his ass again. Use it to reset. And you don't even have to use it to reset as a first hit. This is where the mix up would come if they start vanishing it too much. And you can go like this, like use it maybe 4 times in or 2 hits in. Like the world is yours with this tech. You can literally destroy people who just don't super counter or vanish really well. Like they're honestly gonna get destroyed if you just master this right here. This is a skill check in itself. You see my little controller's low, but yeah, this will be part of combo resets. You don't have to use it to combo reset, but it's very good. Like I said, you can start like right there. You can try to hit a gut punch really quick after you see the timer drops. The resets are best off the sweep, just to let you know. Like if I were to try to do a reset off the gut punch, it takes a while. Like you see it's still there. There it goes. It went away, but your opponent might have time to move around and stuff, as in like maybe not even move around. It's more of they spin and they start facing you. So that's why I like just doing the sweep, to be honest. The sweep is really fast reset, and mixed in with the semi-charged hit, it becomes a deadly combo. Like people are gonna praise your game. They're gonna be like, damn nigga, you got hands. So that's gonna be the first tip. All right, this one is gonna be how to use the hyperspeed dash, which you execute by being in neutral, stationary. You're not moving left or right. You want to just press R2 and X and you'll do the hyperspeed dash. If you're moving it, it doesn't even look too much faster, but it is. This is the normal dash. So let's show you right here. You can see that's like the normal dash. I was trying to spin it around, so I was making sure I'm not hyperspeed, and this is hyperspeed. As you can see, it is faster. So a good way to use this is when people are running away, you can use this, press X to stop and get in really close and see what they're gonna do. Maybe they'll get scared and approach you instead, or they keep running. You can get your key back or something, but you want to use this for the most part to approach but not attack with, unless you have a read, because if you attack, like you're kind of locked in. Let's say they have wild sense. If you're attacking out of this move, you can't vanish. I'll show you real quick. If you heard that, but that was me spamming vanish. You can't spam it versus like that. So if someone's like running away with wild sense, let's say, you can Dragon Dash through their Ki Blast, stop for a sec, pop the Wild Sense, and get on them. So it's a very good movement tactic. You do want to make sure you have Ki advantage when you're starting a war with them, or you're really good at super countering because you are using Ki. So keep in mind how they're playing. They're probably going to be spamming this, which as you can see, if they're not a Ki Blast character, that shit takes a lot versus this high speed dash. So yeah, you can use it to your advantage, and if you're using it right, you are going to be at an advantage in neutral and all that against a Ki Blast spammer, just playing safe and trying to get in with them. Use X to cancel out of it, of course. You can cancel anyway. Of course, make sure you have Ki to look, go forward, go back, go that way. You can double dash with X twice if you wanted to, go like that and then that into an attack to mix it up. There's multiple ways you can use this hyperspeed dash, so don't sleep on it. All right, the third tip, which honestly in my opinion is the best tip, is this right here. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? So this right here, I'm gonna have clips while I'm talking over, so I'm probably just gonna stand still. Excuse me. We call this an option select in fighting games. So I know a lot of people are not fighting game savvy because this isn't a pure fighting game, of course, and Dragon Ball fans, not every Dragon Ball fan is a fighting game nerd, so I am. An option select basically is a move you do that covers multiple options. So a good example that everyone knows is the perception grab option select, where you hold perception and to tech the grab you just spam R1. That is covering 2 options at once. Now spamming R1 covers multiple options, 4 off the top of my head, so we're gonna call it a 4-way option select. First, if someone is spamming you with a bunch of vanishes off the hit, which a lot of Gogeta players do, if you are spamming R1, you are gonna auto vanish most of the time. You are also gonna face your enemy not even as long, you're gonna face your enemy just spamming it, and if you strafe towards the way with a read, the tracking is much better, meaning you can stop what they're doing. Another thing is when you are doing this option select, you are deflecting Ki Blast if they are throwing Ki Blast at you. The fourth thing is if they are mashing too much, you have the option to Sonic Sway out of it if you are holding R1. Most of the time when you're holding R1 and you press circle, it just auto Sonic Sways. Like they say it's a time-based thing, but I've noticed if you just press R1 and like hold it while blocking and then press circle to sway, it's gonna Sonic Sway most of the time. And even if not, you're gonna get a perception and you can start sidestepping and doing whatever and spamming R1. So this is actually the thing that made me get a lot better a couple days ago. So I would definitely keep tip number 3, which is this option select R1 spamming in mind. When you are getting comboed, make sure you hold R1, because if you let go, there's going to be a gap in you blocking and you're going to get comboed. So that would be the most skill thing about it, is reading if they're going to mash on you. But other than that, it's a pretty broken tech, I can't lie. The fourth tip is going to be how to abuse revenge counters. They are not as bad as you think. You're going to basically mix it with tip 1 as long as they're not sidestepping or like doing something else. A lot of people will mash you off of revenge counter because everyone knows for the most part, if you revenge counter, it's not your turn technically. But if they're mashing and you do semi-charged hits, this is like, it has the armor property where if you're not using a smash attack like against a giant, you just absorb the hit. So if I revenge counter and then do a semi-charged hit, it's gonna still be my turn if they are being braid dead and mashing. And that mind game becomes, if they stop attacking off your revenge counter, you can start sidestepping and return to neutral, like how it should be used. The semi-charged hits, I also do want to mention, I want to make this a part of tip 4. Off perceptions and stuff like that, you can use it the same way. So if someone perceptions you and they start mashing right after, a lot of the time you have enough time to do a semi-charged hit to overpower their moves. This 5th tip is going to be how to properly, or not properly, but I would say it's more proper, how to use wild sense type moves. You of course can use it in neutral and stuff like that, but the best effective way to do it is once you get back shots on your opponent, like I'm right here, activate wild sense and don't do any moves that can be vanished. So let's say you just do this, they're probably going to super counter, right? As soon as they super counter, don't engage with the super counter and your wild sense will take over and auto win you the fight. It is the same with after image and after image strike. So if you want to really like put some power in your opponent, sweep boom, pop wild sense, start doing this shit right here, pop after image strike. Every time they super counter, they're fucked. So you're basically screwed the whole time they have it on. The last tip I want to talk about is like the zoning in this game. So if you look at me right here, look how much ki I'm wasting. Let's say you're Trunks and all you do is walk forward towards me while I'm spamming that ki. Guess who's gonna have the ki advantage? Trunks. So you need to be patient. You need to use the buff where they deflect. You need to read if they're doing charge so you can stand still and deflect it. And then you can start hyperspeed dashing like this and like fucking them up because you're gonna have the ki advantage. And then if you're playing correctly, like I said, ki advantage is everything. You're gonna get into advantage war and they're not gonna have the ki advantage and you win. So they spent all their time zoning for a little bit of damage while you took over a bar of their health for playing patient. So quick little tips for y'all. Hope y'all appreciate it. I've got an MUI guide coming out soon after I do my discussion videos, so stay tuned for that. I know MUI Goku's auto dodge and all the other cheese he has is very oppressive, and little flex getting the 30k with Vegeta Blue, I learned a lot on the way, aka #1. So I've got a lot of ways to deal with UI Goku. For example, is this semi-charge hit. This is one of the ways you can deal with it to stop his auto dodge from working. But y'all will get the rest of the sauce in that video. If y'all like the video, show support, you guys know it. I hope y'all have a good day.